Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Viaglo. If you are new here, my name is Gloria and I'm a full-time reseller on multiple different apps, and I resell clothes and shit. That's exactly what I do. Today I want to talk to y'all about 5 cringy business tactics that I've done. So embarrassed. And it makes me cringe when I really think about it, because it's like, Gloria, what the fuck were you thinking? All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about is using scented products. So I usually used to always wash my clothes with Gain detergent. So I would wash my thrifted clothes with Gain detergent. Now, when I take my clothes out, they're dry, whatever the case, I would proceed to spray them with Febreze right before I inserted them into the packaging. Y'all, make it make sense. Like, absolutely disgusting, okay? Now, I remember doing this all the time, and I think it was one particular thing that made me completely stop. I was sending out some Nike like spandex biker shorts, and to this day I'm kind of upset that I even sold those, but I sent those out, and prior to me sending them out, I sprayed them with Febreze. Now, of course, that fabric is not like cotton or something that it can soak in. It was literally like a spandex, I want to say. So that material actually just kind of laid on the shorts. So when she received them, she left me a review. I'll put it up here. And she was saying that it had like a funny smell to it. So that made me feel some type of way, because I'm like, one, I washed all of my clothes, and I'm not gonna send out any clothes that stink. You know what I'm saying? Because that's disgusting. So when I received that, I felt some type of way. So I think I messaged her back, and I'm just kind of like, the clothes were washed, and I was very like aggressive. During this time, I wasn't doing this as like my business. I was just doing this as a hobby. I had a job at the time. So I felt some type of way. So I was just kind of like, girl, what the fuck are you trying to say? After that happened, I realized like, okay, bitch, maybe you messed it up because you sprayed Febreze on an item that couldn't soak it in, you know? So completely stopped that. Actually, even completely stopped washing the clothes, because one other lady on Poshmark, she complained that it has such a strong fabric scent. So it could be me putting the clothes in the washer machine with this heavy scented detergent, and then also me putting a fabric softener, you know, wrinkle thing in the dryer. So that happened, and I was just kind of like, I'm never doing it again, no more. And that was literally the reason why I stopped washing the clothes. All right, so number 2 is washing the clothes and drying the clothes without looking at the care tag prior to doing so. Y'all, I've ruined so many sweaters by doing it this way. And I'm not proud at all, because it's so much money I wasted purchasing these items from the thrift store just for me to get home, dump them into the washer, take them out, dump them into the dryer, bring them back up here, and realize like, wow, I fucked these up. I ruined a cashmere sweater. At the time, I knew absolutely nothing about cashmere. It was like an Eddie Bauer sweater, and it was like a knit sweater. I think it was hand knitted. It had to be hand knitted, because once I got it out, like all of the string or the yarn was all messed up. All right, so the next 3 are gonna be site-based from Depop, Mercari, and Poshmark. All right, so while I was in the Depop space, when I was only on Depop during this time, my sales started to slow down. I do remember the first month that I was on Depop, I sold 21 items. And at the time, I was super excited because I was new to reselling, and it was a lot. And then it came a week where, you know, a couple of days went by and I didn't have any sales. So I was just like, what the hell? So of course, I'm on Reddit, and I'm like, hey, you know, my sales have slowed down. What can I do to get my sales back up? So someone recommended that when someone likes your item, you should message them and, you know, offer them a discount or just kind of engage with them. So I was just like, oh, okay, I'll do that. Did it. And a lot of people didn't respond. And I was just kind of like, what the fuck, why are y'all ghosting me? And as time went on, I realized that I was being a nuisance to them. when you like an item, it doesn't necessarily mean that you want to purchase the item. You could be liking the item because you like how the item looks. You could be liking the item because the photo looks good. You could be liking the item to show support. Like, it's so many different reasons to like items on Depop, and you're not even interested in purchasing that item. So with that being said, I was also partaking in that when I first was on Depop. So I would receive messages that would be like, hey, I saw you like my item. Let me know if it's any questions or whatever the case. Of course, they do their whole little spiel. And I was getting really irritated. I'm just like, why the fuck are you messaging me? But then I thought about it. I'm like, girl, you was doing the exact same thing. And then it dawned on me, like, this shit is annoying. People that like your item may not actually want to purchase it. They're just liking it for exposure, because that's what, you know, that's what happens on Depop. So I was pretty annoyed that I even participated in that. And I think I had sent messages out for a couple of weeks, I'm gonna be honest, before I stopped, because it didn't get me not one sale. So it was a waste of time. Like, when I really think about it, it was a waste of time. So yeah, that is something that makes me cringe to this day. That's why I don't like people items on Depop. All right, so the next one is for Mercari. Now, y'all, when I opened up Mercari literally a month after Depop, because it was slowing down for me, so of course the people on Reddit was like, hey, you should open up a second platform. So I opened up Mercari next, and oh my goodness, it was a whirlwind. But then as it was slowing down, like it always does, what I don't like on Mercari is that it kind of like, it keeps you notified like what you have done over time. I'm so sorry that I do not have a screenshot to show y'all how cringy it is, but we're just gonna use it as an example. So let's say I have an item for 20 bucks. So the item is at $20. I sent an offer for 15. Nobody purchases it. Well, none of the likers purchased the item. A couple weeks later, I sent an offer for 14. You kind of know where this is going. Next thing, I sent an offer for 12. Nobody purchased it. I sent an offer for 10. Nobody purchased it. Finally sent another offer 2 months later for $9. Said person accepts this offer. It literally shows you in your whole message that you sent a $15, $14, $13, $12, $11, $10, $9. And it's so cringy because it looks, I hate to even say it like this, but it looks desperate. And when I look back on it, that's why I stopped sending offers on Mercari like every couple of days, because you can send it every 3 days. So I started to doing it to where it was once a week. And sometimes I would forget that I sent the offer. So when I send out another offer, it's still there in the messages. So when somebody accepts that offer finally, it'll literally show you the day that you sent them that offer. And it's just so cringy. So with that, I actually decided that I just would relist the item, versus me constantly sending out offers and they clearly don't want the item. So why am I constantly sending out offers? And I don't know, I cringe at that, and I know that that's gonna be normal for this business, but it's just so, I be embarrassed, like, girl.
You're ashamed of yourself. Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
All right, so the last cringy thing that I've done, and this is on Poshmark, is holding out on a sale for a few dollars. I know, y'all, I know. Super cringy and stupid, honestly. This one is very stupid, because if I have an item listed for 30 bucks, let's say this person sends me an offer for 22, I'm like, whew, it's a little bit lower than what I like. So I'm gonna counter at 25. And now I just missed out on a sale for $3 fucking. And y'all, this has happened so many times. And I mean, so many. If y'all just watched my What's Sold video, quite a few of those items I went a little bit lower than what my lowest would have been, mainly because I didn't want to go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have an item listed at $32, and let's say that is my lowest price. Somebody send me a offer for $28. Why wouldn't I accept it? It's just a few dollars off, you know? Now, if somebody sent me an offer for $20, then it's like, okay, buddy, let's calm down. This one isn't that cringy, it's just more stupid because you're really playing with fire a little bit because you are being a little brat over a few dollars, and it's just kind of like, girl, it's a few dollars. What are you doing? I honestly can think of one particular item that I actually have right now that I was being a brat over this item, and it's still sitting in my closet. So I have this this really pretty dress. It's by a brand that I never heard of, but it's like a boutique brand, and I had it listed for 40 bucks when I first sourced it, and someone sent me an offer for $25. I was insulted, and I'm just like, nah. So I countered back, I think at like 35, I want to say. No sale came from it. Fast forward about 4 or 5 months now, that item is still sitting. I've already relisted it and nothing. I still get a lot of likes on it, but nobody has purchased it. And in hindsight, I wish I can go back and accept that offer, because it's just kind of like, girl, you really held out over. And that, honestly, that I believe that offer was in like a week span of me listing that item. So it's just kind of like, was it really worth it? And the answer is no. Those are 5 cringy things that I used to do in my business that I no longer do. Or let me know if it's anything that you used to do that make you cringe now.